Arizona is a spur-of-the-moment trip, but I'm going to go down to film a habitat project that Arizona Game and Fish has got going on. Whenever I hear about a habitat project, I'm curious about what is the problem and what exactly are they trying to solve. So Wade's a super cool guy. He works for Arizona Game and Fish. He's going to show us around, and we're going to talk to a few different people who are cooperators on this project.
We're in northwestern Arizona, where we're about 8 months into a very large landscape scale project.
This is historic mule deer habitat. Historically, we had some of the richest mule deer herds in all of Arizona right here in 18A, and they want to see it get back to what it used to be.
These juniper flats, grasslands, traditionally were just pure grasslands. There wasn't a single juniper tree at the turn of the century. 100 years later, it's a juniper woodland.
So this is the premier project, wildlife habitat project going on in Arizona. And it's a huge collaborative effort with multiple agencies, different landowners, ranchers, and it's really to address some significant resource concerns. We've basically eliminated fire from the landscape, and so we haven't managed the juniper encroachment. And the problem that comes with the juniper encroachment is you're crowding out of browse species for mule deer and elk, and then forb and grassland protection or production for pronghorn.
So what we're doing is basically mimicking a natural fire regime, trying to do what nature wants to have happen without the risk of a wildfire.
Historically, there's been a lot of effort to remove junipers primarily on the landscape. And that was usually done with chaining, and chaining was a non-selective method. With the new equipment that we're using now, which are big drum grinders, we're able to leave more of the old growth, the older mature trees, and basically weave around to make more of a mosaic pattern within the woodland.
So the equipment we've chosen is called a horizontal drum masticator. It has fixed teeth. Each one has carbide brazed onto the front, and that gives it durability so that even in rockier areas we can still grind the trees, so we are able to have a broader treatment area. It spins up at about 2,000 RPMs, and as it spins up it creates enough force that it actually blows the trees to pieces. So when we do this and leave the greens here, it creates a microclimate. There's a little more shade. It helps prevent evaporation just a little bit longer. Another day, another few days, another week, and the grasses and different forbs can come up that have not been seen for a while, because we've basically changed the ecology of a micro little place.
So the tree removal is just one part of this project. So there's also fencing modifications, and old domestic sheep operations use woven wire, and it's really hard for animals to get through that, especially pronghorn.
Arizona Game and Fish has done a lot of telemetry surveys out here with pronghorn, and what we're seeing, and it's obvious to most, but these cage wire fences are a huge barrier to pronghorn. So part of our project within this landscape scale we'll be removing a lot of these fences to remove those barriers, and hopefully we'll be able to increase that movement corridor through here.
One of the main cool things about this project is the sheer scale of it. It's a huge swath of land.
So the area you're looking at right here, kind of to that base of that big tree in the middle, we're probably looking at an acre of land here. And so the project itself is going to be 60,000 acres. So it kind of gives you an idea of the scale associated with that.
they're doing large-scale landscape restoration where we're treating 5,000 acres in a year instead of 300 acres in a year. And it's really having a drastic impact. We're improving range health, we're improving the mineral cycle, we're improving water cycle. We've had springs that have been dry for 50 years doing these juniper treatments. Now we have water in the springs. And it's really just having a very quick ecological impact to help improve things as a whole.
You can see exactly how the mule deer are going to use this habitat, where the elk are going to be, where the elk are going to bed up, how the pronghorn are going to move through the landscape. Sportsmen as a whole are really adopting this holistic landscape scale approach. And the exciting thing is that conservation is contagious. We brought all these partners to the table, and we've got our state partners, and now we're starting to attract national partners, and everybody wants to be part of this. And so what started out as a 50,000 acre project, the sky's the limit. We hope that this will become the model. This will become the new conservation model for the West.
This project is so incredibly unique and happening at such a large scale. It's something that I've never seen before.